Good morning and welcome to this week's press conference. Thank you for joining us. Today we have two topics. They are first, Black History Month, and second, a very special performance coming up at the City Gallery. Today, February 1st, marks the beginning of Black History Month, where we recognize and celebrate the achievements of African Americans throughout our community and our country. This month is a perfect time to reflect on how we impact and connect with diverse communities all within our city. As mayor, I am on a mission to create diverse, equitable, and inclusive environment for every Erie resident. I consistently say how critical it is for all of us to celebrate Erie's rich cultural diversity and ensure every person here feels welcome and valued. Imagine what an amazing community we would have if everyone was admired and respected for their own unique talents, skills, and diverse perspectives. We all have something to offer to help build our community, to strengthen our connections, and to create a sense of belonging for all residents. As we move forward to transform Erie, we must also look to the past and recognize the struggles and the accomplishments of Black leaders, community members, and educators who have worked hard to ensure that voices in our community are represented and are heard well. Here to help us celebrate and tell us more about Black History Month is my friend, Johnny Johnson. Mr. Johnson is not only a longtime resident of Erie, he is also the president of the Harry T. Burleigh Legacy Alliance and a scholar in residence at the Jefferson Education Society and a former teacher and coach, of course. In fact, Johnny was the first African American to coach a varsity basketball team in Erie's history. Johnny is also a researcher who has written several articles. He is the author of the book, Erie African Americans in the 1880s. Johnny, thank you for joining us today. The floor is now yours.
Good morning. I want to thank Mayor Schimmer for extending the invitation for me to be the keynote speaker, highlighting the 98th year of Black History Month, which began in 1926 as Black History Week, with its beginning in the second week of February to coincide with the birthdays of Abraham Lincoln and Frederick Douglass. President Gerald Ford in 1975 issued a message on the observance of Black History Week, urging all Americans to seize the opportunity to honor the two often neglected accomplishments of Black Americans in every area of endeavor throughout our history. In 1976, the Association of Study of African American Life and History expanded this commemoration of Black history in the United States from week-long observance to a month-long celebration designed and designated as Black History Month. Then Congress, by Senate Joint Resolution 74, designated the month of February 8, 1986 as National Afro-American History Month, and authorized and requested the President proclaim observance of this month. Ronald Reagan's first Black History Month proclamation, 5443, said, "Understanding the history of Black Americans is the key to understand the strength of our nation." As we celebrate Black History Month, we usually see it in the context of who was first and their accomplishment in advancing our race, but not so much about their contributions in advancing American society. There must be a genesis, a spark, a fire that burns. This fire was kindled in the heart and mind by a child of former slaves, Carter G. Woodson, who saw the importance of education and set out to change the course of history. Woodson took classes at Berea College in Kentucky, eventually earning his bachelor's degree in literature in 1903. Woodson later attended the University of Chicago, where he awarded an A.B. and A.M. in 1908. He completed his Ph.D. in history at Harvard University in 1912. He was one of the first scholars to study the history of the African diaspora, including African American history, a founder of the Journal of Negro History in 1916. Woodson has been called the father of Black history. In February 1926, he launched a celebration of Negro History Week, the precursor of Black History Month. Carter G. Woodson has a unique history of his own, which is too extensive for me to talk about this morning. But I do want to elaborate on the importance of Black history as defined by Woodson and the role it currently plays in American politics. In recognizing the diversity of America and the glory that emanated from the contribution of not only African Americans, but all minorities in building this nation, some wish to close that chapter of American history forever and deny to future generations the complexity of American society and the ability for them to become bridge builders and not wall builders. There has been an effort by certain factions in our country to deny the present African American history and to erase or deny their contributions, but also to eliminate their existence and weaving the fabric of American society. There are efforts to ban books written by black authors, to deny the existence of slavery, and to relegate the history of African Americans to the dark abyss of nothingness. If we, who know better, stand with lips of silence to this American catastrophe, we are thus denying future generations the knowledge and inherent ability to live together in a diverse society. It is incumbent on today's society to take not the middle ground of compromise, but the high ground of righteous action in moving America forward. To learn about the black heroes of yesterday and today without establishing a foundation by which contributing accomplishments can be noted is like putting together a puzzle with the most integral parts missing. The teaching and learning of black history by all citizens are an integral part of America's continuous growth and development. America currently stands at the point of destruction. It is either community or chaos. America can be the phoenix which rises from the ashes of the civilization, bent on destroying itself, and extending with a new song in its heart. America, America, God sheds his grace on thee, and crown thou good with brotherhood from sea to shining sea. I would like to conclude with scripture that epitomizes what I believe is our current circumstance and will determine where we go from here, and also leave you with some contemporary words that will hopefully allow us to take a sharper look at today's society. 1 Corinthians chapter 12, verses 15 through 26 says, "Now if the foot shall say, because I am not the hand, I do not belong to the body, it would not for that reason stop being part of the body. And the ear should say, because I am not an eye, I do not belong to the body, it would not for that reason stop being part of the body. If the whole body were an eye, where would the sense of hearing be? If the whole body were an ear, where would the sense of smell be? But in fact, God has placed the parts in the body, every one of them, just as he wanted them to be. If they were all one part, where would the body be? As it is, there are many parts, but one body. The eye cannot say to the hand, I don't need you. And the hand cannot say to the feet, I don't need you. On the contrary, those parts of the body that seem to be weaker are indispensable, and the parts that we think are less honorable, we treat with special honor. And the parts that are unpresentable, we are treated with special modesty, while our presentable parts need no special treatment. But God had put the body together, giving greater honor to the parts that lacked it, so that there should be no division in the body, but that its parts should have equal concern each for each other. If one part suffers, every part suffers. If one part is honored, every part rejoices with it. In the words of African-American singer Diana Ross, reach out and touch somebody's hand. Make this world a better place if you can. In the words of Dr. Carl G. Woodson, what we need is not a history of selected races or nations, but the history of the world void of national bias, race, hate, and religious prejudice. As we usher in Black History Month, I encourage you to attend some lectures by myself. One is entitled History of Black Education in America, which will be February 6th at 6 p.m. in Fairview at the Lincoln Community Library, and on February 22nd from 7 to 8:30 p.m. at the Jefferson Society, a history of U.S. historical black colleges and universities. Erie, let us have the greatest Black History Month than we have ever had before. Thank you.
Thank you very much for enlightening us about the history of Black History Month, Johnny. I really appreciate it. I agree with you that we cannot allow our history to be changed. We must all take the high ground on moving America forward. Johnny, we appreciate your insight into the importance of all of us working together in unity for the betterment of all people in our city, our county, our state, and our country. We are all here for a purpose, to leave the world and our community better than we found it. And I believe that we are all in a piece of the puzzle to make this happen. We have so many exciting opportunities underway right now. I feel the momentum and look forward to working together to transform Erie. And now we're going to hear from someone who is very involved in the flourishing art and music scene here in Erie. Mr. Stephen Trahosky joins us from the City Gallery to announce a special performance that's coming up very soon. Steve, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Mayor Schember. Please, I'd like to invite everybody to join us Sunday, February 11th, 2024, at 4:30 p.m. for a live concert at City Gallery at 1503 State by the Ethnic Heritage Ensemble. They are celebrating their 50th anniversary tour. The Ethnic Heritage Ensemble was formed in 1974, shortly after Kahil Elzabar graduated from Lake Forest College, with the goal to combine the concepts of African American music with other forms in its tradition and Afro roots, to produce sounds and origins that were firmly rooted in that genre, and to combine it with the rich layers of jazz and different genres with that from around the globe and around the world. They have been coming to Erie now for over 30 years, and that's pretty amazing since they've only been together 50. So the fact that they've been coming here that long, but together they are this amazing force. And Kahil Elzabar has done so much with the community and so much with the AACM and so much throughout the world, that to have this as part of their Black History Month tour, to have Erie, it's just incredible. Kahil attests that the concept was kind of the history of great black music. The Ethnic Heritage Ensemble has strong rhythmic foundation, innovative harmonies and counterpoints, balanced with great interplay and polyphony among the players, at a really highly developed dynamic. It's just a great ensemble. So I hope that everybody can make it out on February 11th. The show starts at 4:30. It's great that this time around we do have some sponsors too as well that have really helped out, and we are grateful to our sponsors at Tech Tank and Brock Allen and Joan Ronna Schember. Thank you guys for all your support that you've shown to City Gallery. So we are really looking forward to the concert. It's such an important part of a great dynamic, and we'll also be doing a workshop the next day at Deal School for some of the students. So I think that's about it. Thank you.
Thank you, Steve.
Appreciate it.
Thank you very much, Steve. It sounds like a really terrific event. I'll be there for it, as you know. I'm glad that the Ethnic Heritage Ensemble has included Erie on their 50th anniversary tour. Thank you for all you're doing to promote the arts here in Erie. We really appreciate it. This is a very important part for our vibrant city. We are so happy that you chose to locate City Gallery downtown. You and Lena have created an amazing space where art and music come together and bring people from all walks of life together to enjoy the art scene and experience a sense of renewal. I really look forward to the performance on February 11th. Thank you. So that concludes this week's press conference. Please continue to follow us on social media for the latest updates on everything happening here in the city of Erie. Everyone who spoke is now available for interviews. Thanks very much for being here and for watching.